Okay, it is misconception busting time. When you have weight loss surgery, you expect your whole life to change, and it does, but not in the way that you might think. Your everyday life will be changed for a little while. On average, you'll spend about a year and a half with bariatric brain. And what I mean by that is you'll be laser focused on your journey because your calendar is going to be filled with doctor appointments and tests and assessments and all of those things. You'll most likely constantly be thinking about what you can and can't eat post-op for your liquid diet, what kind of protein that you need, what other products you need, what vitamins you're going to take. And you'll probably, much like I did, be totally consumed with what your results are going to be and what other people's experiences were like too. So I did so much research. I watched YouTube videos. I went on social media, all the things, because I was just hyper focused, much like you probably are or were if you've already had surgery. But your new normal will actually end up looking a lot like the normal that you're living in right now. And I mean, not directly post op, but we're thinking further out. Okay. So, what I mean by that is just because you had bariatric surgery doesn't mean the environment surrounding you is going to change. Unless you were going to uproot your whole entire house, move clear across the country to start life over, you're going to be surrounded by the same day-to-day things. You'll have your same house, you'll have your same family, your same traditions like birthday parties, holidays, vacations, your same friends, your same workplace. And that's not a bad thing at all. But it's a hard truth that even though your body might be changing, you're still going to be living in that same environment that you stayed obese in for so long. Now, don't worry, I'm not trying to be a lay down Larry here, okay? But so many of my clients say these things to me on repeat. Like I hear this every single day. People say things like, I feel like I'm falling back into old habits. I'm finding myself grazing more and more. I'm not motivated at all. I hit a stall or I didn't lose as much as I thought I would. Now I feel like I'm just giving up. I was doing so good for all that time, but now I'm eating more and more and feeling like a failure. And I'm embarrassed that I'm regaining weight, right? Because who wants to go through the entire surgery process and end up regaining? And I know I'm talking from experience here because I was there too. Okay. In my years of working with bariatric babes and in my own personal experience, again, this is an unbelievably common pattern. You have the before surgery brain that kicks into overdrive as soon as bariatric surgery becomes a realistic possibility and life becomes completely revolved around everything weight loss surgery. That brain, the before surgery brain, doesn't want to think about the far future, right? It doesn't want to consider that surgery isn't a quick fix or a permanent solution. The before surgery brain can only focus on the actual procedure and the resulting weight loss. So if you haven't had surgery yet, or you're post op and feel like you're in the same boat as my clients above, I promise you, you need to dedicate serious time and commitment to what I like to call your years after surgery brain. You have to learn how to realistically thrive in your environment, or your surgery will not work long term, which means that you need to be aware of the situations that were difficult for you before. You need to heal the things that kept you stuck in your old eating habits. You need to map out a plan for how you're going to tackle and conquer the situations that you can't change. And I'm going to interject a little example. So I know in the summertime that I'm going to go to my sister-in-law's house. We do it every summer, multiple times, and we always end up having frozen drinks and ordering Pizza Hut at nighttime. I don't know why it's a thing, but it is. So when I had surgery, I had to be prepared for that. Like now this summer, I have to be prepared for that to happen and have a plan for how I'm going to handle it before I even get there. Because last summer, I didn't have any plan and I didn't think about it. And I ate way too much and I drank way too much, and it was contributing to my weight regain. Okay. You have to create a new mindset inside of your everyday life. So your mindset has to be aligned, or has to align with your everyday life. Okay. I have a client right now who's in Fiercely You. Her name's Gina, and she sent me this email. She said, "Hi, Sherry. I'm so thankful for your follow up. I started and failed to finish Fiercely You the first time around. And then I started back at week 1 and realized just how right you are. I feel just like you did that I just wanted to lose weight and didn't really care about the other stuff like mindset and all. But now in week 3, it's really hitting me hard, and I feel myself making the changes I need to because the course is giving me the plan that I really need. For the first time in months, I feel hopeful for my surgery to be a success, and I'm loving myself more every day. I just love you and your honesty. Thank you for how much you helped this community. Sincerely, Gina." I love Gina to death. She is one of my girls who struggled a little bit, was kind of skeptical, she just came into it kind of all over the place. And now, yeah, we're in week 3 and she's doing great. So I really appreciate getting reviews like that. But yeah, so it's one of my greatest pieces of advice I'll ever give to weight loss surgery patients. Listen to this closely. Do not get so caught up in the actual surgery and the post-op numbers that you forget to fix your obesity at its core, because obesity is a side effect of something deeper. So if the something deeper doesn't change, neither will the habits that it created. So if you're ready to get started kicking those old habits to the curb and becoming the best mother-loving post-op version of your badass self that you can be, let's work together. Go ahead and scroll down. You can click Get Started Now. And as always, if you've got questions, comments, suggestions, complaints, need to vent, just want to chat, go ahead and hit reply, and I will get back to you ASAP. All the love, Sherry.